What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Quinalay back with another lit video. That being said, like, comment, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell to see when I first upload a lit video. That being said, also comment down below if you already subscribed and show love and support to this video. That being said, I also got merch down below in the description. If you want to buy one, you can buy one. I'm not going to pressure y'all to buy one because I'm not like that, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to show support to me and, you know what I'm saying, just cop some merch right there. But if you don't like what I put on the website already, I will make custom merch for you, and just for you, it will be of your own. That is from me. So that being said, comment down below the wrestler of your choice or anything you want on the shirt, and I'll do it. That being said, I'm just dive into this video. So this video is me talking about the boss, the standard, the landlord, the blueprint, the boss, Sasha Banks, man. I'm just going to give my opinion because I got this video idea. I want to say, is she overrated? Is Sasha Banks overrated? Let's get into it. Let's break it down. So basically, it's like you got salt and sugar. They both look alike, you know what I'm saying? But say, for example, I taste the sugar and I'm like, oh my God, the sugar is so sweet. Basically, like, that's the truth. Sugar sweet. Anything you put sugar in, oh my God. Good. Like, say, for example, I put sugar in my coffee, right? Right? It's going to taste good, right? Because it's sugar. It's sweet. But say, for example, I put salt in my coffee and I act like the salt hold weight like the sugar. Basically, I act like the salt sweet like the sugar when it's really not. So basically, overrated is putting somebody or something at a higher level than it's need to be or supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's what I get from it. Now we're gonna break it down with Sasha Banks if she's overrated. Now look, I'm a supporter of Sasha Banks. I'm not biased. I'm going to keep it real. I don't care if I like her or not, and my support is through the roof with Sasha Banks. And I have my own reasons for liking her and stuff like that because, you know what I'm saying, you know, the stuff that she had to go through in her life led up to wrestling, and that resonated with me, and I can relate. That's why, man. But like, when I look at pro wrestling, what I see in Sasha Banks, like, I'm going to just keep it honest. A lot of times when somebody says Sasha Banks overrated, it's not from a fan. It's somebody that's not a fan of Sasha Banks looking at the support of other fans. And I can say a lot of her fans do sometimes put her at a higher level than she needs to be a little bit. But does that mean as of her wrestling skills or her as a pro wrestler and character, is that overrated? And do people rate her over what she needs to be? I don't see it. I feel like her fan support is through the roof, what makes people think that she's overrated. If somebody say, oh my God, I owe my life to you, Sasha. Now that's putting her at a higher level, that means you need to stop. That's overrated for me. That's overrated. That word is overrated. Talking about I owe my life to Sasha. Like, now that's putting her at a higher level than she's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you don't owe your life to nobody but God. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's going too far. And I don't like when people do shit like that. But as a wrestler, this is what I look at in a wrestler. I look at the look. Basically, a look can draw new fans and new supporters into wrestling as well. Just like Naomi came back in the Royal Rumble, people was like, oh my God, who is that? You know, it drew new people that like want to know more about that person. So I feel like a look is something that would draw you into them. If you look good, you feel good. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, she looked the part. When it comes down to mic skills, getting into her mic skills, Sasha Banks is not one of the best women in the locker room for mic skills. And I'm not going to say that, but is she slap up bad where I don't want to listen to her at all? No, Sasha Banks is decent on the mic, you know what I'm saying? But is it like Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega status? No. You know what I'm saying? Because Zelina and Alexa has one of the best mic skills for the women division. And that is me observing, and I keep it real. Sasha Banks' mic skills are decent, and I like her on the mic, but is it like, oh my God, she really murdered that mic? No, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Next, I look at the moves in her matches. Now, this is the best part why I like Sasha Banks. Every time she steps in the ring, she try to, like, pull off a great match with everybody she gets in the ring with. Sasha Banks sells really good, and a lot of fans, or well, not fans of her, but a lot of WWE supporters that are not fans of her will call her botch. We'll call her botch queen. But basically, she does a lot of stunts, and she try to put a lot into her matches to make them really great, and that's why people say that about her. But everybody makes mistakes and stuff like that. And do she really injure people like that? No, she does not. So I don't know why they holding that against her. And seeing Sasha Banks this year and seeing how much, you know what I'm saying, she really wants this and how passionate she is about wrestling is really great to see. And yeah, but like saying she's overrated, I don't see it. I feel like it's different perspectives, if you may say, because if you are outside looking in, basically if you're not a fan of Sasha and you see how her fans treat her and support her, and their support is through the roof, now a Sasha crew member, of course you're gonna say she's overrated, because sometimes her fans do go a little too far, but you can't help who supports you, you know what I'm saying? That's like music too, like Ariana Grande. You would say, oh, her fans be putting her at a higher level than she need to be. It happens in life, man. Like, it happens. So, you know, I cannot tell nobody how to feel, and I cannot really speak for other people, you know what I mean? But for me, I know my level that I, you know, support Sasha. I know that I don't put her at a higher level that she needs to be. I acknowledge when I don't like something that she did with her wrestling, or I acknowledge when I do. But overall, looking at it, I feel like she's a great wrestler, and some of the women cannot even compare or step up to Sasha right now when it comes down to putting on 5-star matches and stuff like that. If you can remember a lot of Sasha matches, she doing something right. And if you remember a lot of Sasha segments, then she's doing something right. So a lot of people, you know, that saying whatever they saying, most likely will not be a Sasha supporter, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of Sasha supporters feel that way. But that being said, like I said, you know, I feel like Becky Lynch is overrated. But do you think a Becky Lynch fan gonna say that shit and acknowledge that is over? No, they not, because they think she's the best thing stepping. And I feel like that's what every supporter think about their favorite wrestler. Oh my God, they're the best thing walking, man. But at the end of the day, we may watch the same thing, but we not going to get the same perspective from it. So at the end of the day, people going to get their own view of Sasha. I'm going to have my own view of Sasha. That person's going to have their own view of Sasha. So that being said, I just want to say, for me, I don't see her as being overrated, because she's one of the best female wrestlers in this business today. You know what I'm saying? And I acknowledge every other wrestler. And a lot of people will say that because they're a part of the 4 Horsewomen and they want the 4 Horsewomen to get out the spotlight. But Sasha Banks was one of those women that was unfortunate to win a WrestleMania. She haven't won a WrestleMania, and she one of the best out of all the 4 Horsewomen. Out of that 4 Horsewomen group, I feel like Sasha Banks is like one of the best out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, but basically what I'm saying is, like, it's not like I don't want to see other women shine, man. People think it's just all about Sasha Banks when it's not, man. I love Sasha Banks, and you know what I'm saying, and I love how she performed, and I'm always going to love that, but I can acknowledge other women, you know what I'm saying, and I was going so hard for Sasha Banks, and I want to make this clear, is because I'm seeing all the other 4 Horsewomen win a WrestleMania, and she hasn't won a WrestleMania, and I'm like, she one of the best out of all of them. Why she hasn't won a WrestleMania? And then, not only that, Sasha Banks never won a big moment that she was in. And she got a lot of big moments, but I'm just like, why she can't win none? Like Hell in a Cell, she just won that and won the SmackDown Women's Championship. Something I can start talking about because she won a big moment. That being said, I just want her to win a WrestleMania, and I'm done. And I would love to see new women get opportunities like Bianca Belair, Sonya Deville, Naomi again, like, it's not just all about Sasha Banks, you know what I'm saying? And people think that with her fans, that some of her fans are all about just her. You have a select few fans of her that can look beyond Sasha Banks as well and see other people and acknowledge that, but come all back around and still support her at the capability that they need to support Sasha Banks at. You know what I'm saying? Because my support is out of this roof, because I'm solid, man. When I know I rock with you, and I ain't gonna switch on you, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, that's all I really want to say. Take it how you take it, and I just said what I said, and you know what I mean? People look at it how they want to look at it, but Sasha Banks is definitely not somebody you just be like, oh, hey, she didn't hold no weight to the division. She really held some weight, man. You can remember a lot of shit she done did. And you can name a couple, like a whole list of matches that you remember from that girl. That must mean something. That must mean something. If you can name several matches off the top of your head that she did, several segments, that means something. But if you a fan that likes Sasha Banks and support Sasha Banks, but you can look at other wrestlers and support them as well and not just be all about Sasha Banks, then great. And that's why I'm at with her. So that's why I don't see it as her being overrated with me. Now, somebody else might be like, oh, yeah, she is overrated. So that being said, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below how you feel about Sasha Banks being overrated, man. I want to get y'all perspective.